Mnangagwa left in shame as Jacob Mudenda takes the presidency. It's a turning point in Zimbabwe's political landscape. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel where truth meets insight. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. You don't want to miss powerful updates like this. Now, let's dive into one of the most gripping moments in Zimbabwe's political history. In the grand theater of politics, few events echo louder than a dramatic shift in leadership. This week, the nation of Zimbabwe stood still, its breath held, its eyes wide open as the winds of change swept through the corridors of power in Harare. The once unshakable Emmerson Mnangagwa, a man who walked the path of influence with an iron grip, now finds himself stepping aside in an episode many are already calling a turning point in the country's modern narrative. Jacob Mudenda, long known as the Speaker of Parliament and a quiet architect within ZANU-PF, has ascended to the presidency under extraordinary circumstances. The transition, although wrapped in official tones of party alignment and strategic planning, bears the unmistakable scent of political embarrassment for the former president. Yes, Mnangagwa has left in what many are describing as shame, not through force or popular uprising, but through the subtle and precise art of internal restructuring, which often leaves louder echoes than open rebellion. The public reaction has been nothing short of electric. Social media is ablaze with hashtags like #MudendaRises, #ZimPolitics2025, and #EndOfAnEra. Citizens, once divided along political and generational lines, seem to find common ground in a shared sense of curiosity and cautious optimism. What led to this moment, and what does it signal for the future of Zimbabwe? Insiders within the ruling party whisper of growing discontent among high-ranking officials. The same inner circle that once rallied behind Mnangagwa began to fracture, with key players expressing concerns about economic stagnation, declining international relations, and a growing disconnect with the grassroots. Jacob Mudenda, respected for his diplomatic tact and legal sharpness, gradually emerged as a bridge, a man who could both please the old guard and appeal to the fresh ambitions of a changing electorate. What makes this moment even more riveting is the quiet confidence with which Mudenda has stepped into his new role. There were no thunderous proclamations, no dramatic purges. Instead, his assumption of power has been marked by calls for national unity, legal reform, and a reinvestment in public trust. Whether this signals a genuine shift or simply a more polished continuation of the same policies remains to be seen, but make no mistake, Zimbabwe has entered a new chapter. For Mnangagwa, the final days in office were uncharacteristically low-key. His departure, reportedly voluntary but tinged with reluctance, paints the portrait of a leader whose influence has waned behind the walls of parliament. As cameras captured his final wave to the press, the expressions told a story more powerful than any official statement, the look of a man who once held the reins of a nation, now watching them slip into the hands of his longtime colleague. Now, the world watches Zimbabwe with renewed interest. Will Jacob Mudenda usher in an era of reform, accountability, and economic recovery? Or is this simply a reshuffling of faces beneath the same power structure? One thing is certain, the people are watching, and so is history. If you've enjoyed this breakdown of Zimbabwe's latest political shift, don't forget to subscribe to the channel right now. We are bringing you stories with depth, clarity, and context, the kind the mainstream often overlooks. And as always, let's keep the conversation going in the comments below. What are your thoughts on Jacob Mudenda taking over the presidency? Is this the new dawn Zimbabwe has been waiting for, or just another mask on the same old face? Until next time, stay informed, stay sharp, and stay tuned.